What's up? Carolina Jackpot coming at you. It's Thursday evening, July the 1st, 2021. First of all, I wanted to say condolences to the family of Dell Wilkes, former South Carolina Gamecock offensive lineman from 81-ish to about 1985. Former Gamecock All-American on the 1984 team. Died today at the age of 59. Massive heart attack. Dell Wilkes, after his football career was over with, began a career as a professional wrestler, known as the Patriot. He wrestled under a mask in WCW, WWF, Japan, and the Independents. So condolences to him and his family. You'll be missed. You were a great Gamecock. I heard that he has struggled with some addiction issues toward the end of his life. Hopefully that's not what ultimately ended it. I did hear it was a heart attack. At any rate, what I want to get on here today and rant about a little bit. 2020 was the first summer that I can ever remember, as far back as memory serves, that I have not seen a deal where a child died locked in a hot car in South Carolina. Now, make no bones about it, this is not only a South Carolina issue. This happens all over the country. I see it in all states happening. It seems to happen here a lot. Didn't happen last year, probably because of the pandemic and extra precautions taken at school, taken at nurseries, taken at churches, taken wherever, to take kids' temperatures, check them in, socially distance them, this, that, and the other. More hands and eyes were put on them, so you didn't see this crazy shit happen. Crazy shit it's not even a proper adjective to describe this. This is it's dehumanizing. This is the worst. This is the absolute worst. What is wrong with people? Really, what is wrong with people nowadays, man? Why does this keep happening? Why? It's every damn summer. Children, animals, you name it. Are we as a society, are there just individuals out there who are just that damn cruel? Or are they just that damn stupid? Or both? This one yesterday, a child 3 years old, don't know if it was a boy or a girl, all that wasn't released, died in Spartanburg, found at 6 p.m. locked in a hot SUV, and the foster parents called 911 then, after this child's probably been locked in there for 9-10 hours. They had taken foster children to daycare. They didn't account for this one. They didn't account for him or her getting out of the SUV and going into the daycare. So they just left them in there. I guess they were asleep, whatever. I don't know, but they died. So if you're taking them to daycare and it's 6 p.m. by the time you're finding them, what the fuck have you been doing all day? What have you been doing all day? You're not working because you're too damn stupid and irresponsible to hold down a job. And I know times are tough and it's hard to find help out there. But you are too stupid, irresponsible, and shitty to hold a job anywhere. Anywhere. What it is the state is giving these sorry pieces of trash a check for keeping foster children. And the more they keep, the more that they allow them to have. I honestly cannot believe that the criteria that they have to go through, the regimen of tests or qualifications, things they have to pass, background, this and that, it must be an absolute joke. It must be an absolute joke to let sorry pieces of shit like this in on being foster parents. Nobody should be allowed to keep multiple foster children unless you have references citing that you are indeed a responsible individual and a responsible parent. They're just doing it to get free money and a check. It's just like, it's another way for them to get damn unemployment when they're not eligible to draw unemployment. So they're gonna find another way to sit on their fat, lazy ass and take advantage of the government and people who actually work for a living by being a foster parent. You're no more of a foster parent than the shit on the bottom of my shoe. You're sorry. You are the worst. You're the worst human being possible. And this goes for, there's parents out there like that too. There's parents that are that irresponsible, addicted to drugs, alcohol, and whatever else, who would let something like that happen to a child. They would. How are you so out of touch with reality, out of touch with your surroundings, out of touch with what's going on around you, to leave a 3-year-old in the car, lock them in there, and kill them? It's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. The most disgusting thing I've ever seen. And you know what's even worse about it? They'll probably get some kind of damn manslaughter charge and probably spend 20 years in jail. No. Anytime that this happens, you should be put in jail. You should be arrested, of course, first. You should be put in jail. You should be charged with first-degree murder. And you should be given the electric chair after you stand trial by a jury of your peers. That's exactly what the hell should happen to you. You're the lowest form of scum in existence. The lowest. And I always hope that I will stop seeing this happening. I'll stop seeing it happen. Maybe we'll stop seeing it happen. Maybe we'll stop seeing it, but it never does. It don't go away. It went away for 1 year, and now here it is back again. Absolutely disgusting. I remember when my son was like 2 years old, I locked him in the car at the gas station by accident, and I was like, oh shit. And I pulled out my wallet because at the time I had a truck that you could lock your keys in your car. I can't lock my keys in this truck that I got now. But back then I could. And I always carried a spare key around in my wallet. So I've locked him in here in his car seat. And I start fumbling around with my wallet and stuff to get my spare key out. I ain't got a spare key. And I go over to this little pile of junk, or actually run over to this pile of junk by the gas station over here, pick up a brick, because I'm going to bust out this little side window back here on the back of my truck to get my son out. And it wasn't even hot that day. It had only been in there for like 2 minutes. But it was crying, and it scared me. So that's how bad I was panicked. Luckily, a police officer in the town we lived in back then, seeing what I was fixing to do, he goes and gets a Slim Jim, gets my son out, and then, wouldn't you know it, my spare key I find laying on the ground right there by my door of my truck. But I was actually that panicked that I wasn't even paying attention to that, and I was oblivious to the fact that my key had hit the ground because I was that panicked to get him out. Well, I had somebody panic for the 3-year-old in Spartanburg yesterday. Absolutely pathetic. Sometimes I'm about ashamed to be a human being. Ran over.